Oh, it takes a lot to speak your mind these days, and even more to speak someone else's mind. Tonight, we're flipping the script on political punditry. Our panel will be asked to argue for viewpoints that they don't really hold. Whoever does the best job wins a giant bottle of champagne. It is time to party swap. They are the two greatest players to ever party swap. Tonight, Guy will be arguing the liberal point of view, and Jessica is arguing the conservative POV. Are the two of you ready to play? Okay, good.
Let's do it.
Yes. Jesse, I'm glad you have your mask on. It's very safe. Guy, the first topic is Afghanistan, and your question. We know President Biden planned for every contingency in Afghanistan, so tell us just how good of a job did President Biden do on the Afghan withdrawal?
Well, it's, as usual, a grotesque disservice for you to invite me on this show, and always a great displeasure to be here, although I hate you slightly less than your guest host. Let me say this. Here on your show, I want people to understand, I'm throwing a ticker tape parade for one person, Joseph R. Biden, our president. And just to channel him for just a moment and his heroic achievement in Afghanistan, look, here's the deal. Number one, I'm going to shout, number one, this is an extraordinary success. Okay, number two, I'm going to whisper. I'm going to whisper the same thing. It was an extraordinary success.
Well
now,
done.
number B, I think President Biden deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, even more than Barack Obama did, for his honesty, for his competence, and this whole thing about, there are Americans left behind. No, there's not. That's exactly what QAnon would say, that there's some Americans left behind. And if they are left behind, guess what? They stayed there, okay? They made a decision against our president's wishes and his warnings to stay there. So quit whining, okay? DWI, deal with it. Deal with it. And if there were any Americans left, which I doubt, who want to come home, you know whose fault that is, we know, Drumpf. And this is the thing. This is the most successful evacuation and withdrawal in the history of humanity. Yeah. I know it's true because Matthew Dowd tweeted it and Jennifer Rubin retweeted it, and they're both conservative. So deal with that, Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. What are we drinking tonight?
Success.
Oh, Jesse. Again, Jesse is, she's arguing the conservative POV. Jessica, it's hard to blame a demented old man for botching a war when he never should have been in charge in the first place. Tell us why Biden voters should be ashamed and humbled by the mess he's made, so much so that they should not vote in 2022.
All right, well, first and foremost, I want to actually thank you for having me on your show. Guy's introduction, where he basically panned conservative TV, which is an embarrassing thing to do. He doesn't know that 76 million people voted for Donald Trump, and at least 3 of them like you, Kennedy. He's gone ahead and offended all of them. And I came tonight, even though I'm sitting alone in my home, over 1,000 miles away from Guy, in my mask, and I wanted to ask him permission to take it down so I could argue my viewpoint. So, Guy, is it all right for me to take it down? And you know that I'm pro-science.
No. No, I don't care if you're vaccinated. Put on a third mask. I want a second and I want a third mask, and it's for the children.
Well,
people need to see my beautiful face, though, and I can't breathe in there anymore. So anyway, back to what an idiot Joe Biden is and all of his voters. So first of all, Donald Trump put a deal in place that was a winner, a huge winner, because he only negotiates winning deals. 5,000 Taliban terrorists got out, but it was only the good ones. I have that on good authority. On top of it, Joe Biden ignores the generals, right? He just says, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and ignores the intelligence community, and he gets 13 service members killed. Then he can't even stop looking at his damn watch when their bodies are wheeled out, take a break from being bored, to pay homage to these people who gave up their lives. Now, as someone who knows a couple Biden voters, not closely, I don't like people like that, they are also feeling the same sense of shame, and we're all asking the same question. When is it time for the 25th Amendment? Who's pulling the strings behind Joe Biden? The man is clearly senile. His dementia, I'm sure he can't hold a glass with only one hand. That's not just Donald Trump that really struggled with that. And when you think that Trump was impeached for a friendly phone call and some tourists walking through the Capitol, and you look at what Joe Biden's done so far, it's a travesty. The man's got to go.
They were tourists.
How can you let her lie about looking at the watch? It was his rosary. He is the most Catholic president that we've ever had. He was almost Pope. People don't even know that. He was almost Pope.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, and I know that abortion is a real
Let me
slippery
finish.
slope. Oh, sorry, Guy. Woo! Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can ask your next question, I guess.
Okay, quickly. Guy, we know this MAGA recall in California is driven entirely by white supremacists and homophobes. Tell us why California and the world needs Governor Newsom to stay in office.
Well, first and foremost among the white supremacists is Larry Elder. Have you seen him? That guy is the biggest white supremacist, and he could be governor if Gavin Newsom is recalled, but he won't be. Because these MAGA people, these rednecks out in California, there's only a few dozen of them. They're all shouting all over the place about Gavin Newsom this, Gavin Newsom that. Guess what? They're jealous. They're jealous of his beautiful slick back hair. They're jealous of the French Laundry. You know, he deserved to be there. He's better than them. He is better than them. And he could have a nice meal in peace. And they're just mad. They're mad because they can't go there. They can't get a reservation. They can't afford it. He's going to win because Californians like people who dine on expensive meals.
We only have a minute, so we got to get to Jessica. Jessica, Democrats have so utterly destroyed California. Some Californians are almost considering not voting for them again. Tell us why future recall election winner Larry Elder will be the best governor California has ever had.
Well, Larry Elder has more accomplishments than anyone could ever list, which is why I'm not even going to try to do that at this point and just say Larry Elder for governor. Also, Democrats pretend like they're the party of empowering black people, and then they want to keep the white guy in office where there's a perfectly decent black man that would like the job. And on the French Laundry front, it's a repulsive thing that Gavin Newsom went there. Rules for thee, not for me, as the saying goes. And it feels like somewhere around that area that like someone like Guy Benson would get married, right? That he would fly out there, maybe he'd have an MTV VJ marry him in the vicinity. And he wouldn't invite some of his colleagues, like Jessica Tarlov wouldn't be invited to a wedding like that because she's too conservative. Yeah, she's too conservative
well,
for
I
that.
have to say,
So,
you both have done an outstanding job. But because Guy and Adam are celebrating their 2nd anniversary, I have to give the giant bottle of champagne to them. This is for you, Guy. I love you both so much. Congratulations, Guy.
Mission accomplished, baby.
Love you guys.
Feeling so
Thank you,
liberal.
Kennedy.
I love you both. Oh, that was fantastic.
This is Jessica's father's wine, by the way.
Oh, well
For the
done.
record, Jessica's father's winery. Yep.
Aw,
Yep.
Coronia Pola, eternal memory. All right.